if they're the same database within a different cloud provider, I would argue that that would be possible. But that depends a little bit on cloud is the new proprietary, right? So if you walk into the Amazon candy store, you get bombarded with all kinds of cool features that work straight out of the gate, and before you know it, you're stuck and you can't go back. So that's dangerous. But if you have a database that is good enough to run at multiple clouds, and you can set up the networking and the VPNs and all the security and whatnot, then I think that would be possible. But I think it's also fair to say that there is no single database that serves all type of workloads, right? You have different types of data, you have different requirements of certain data. So you again come towards this composability aspect where you might want to favor one database over the other because it's specifically built to handle time series data, for example, or whatever it is, right? And sometimes there are performance requirements that come into play where you need, I don't know, 1 million IOPS from a disk perspective to achieve that. And so when you look at the how things are evolving, one of the things that make databases very much in the early design phase of the database itself, which will dominate where it will be good at, is the way that they handle the things like compaction, consistency, and type of stuff like that from at the disk layer. And so as you have different choices and different types of databases, they optimize for particular types of data and things like that. But when you look at the NVMe space, for example, what you see happening now is this key value store SSDs, where instead of having the software do all the hard work in trying to not emulate, that would be a wrong word, but implement key value types, you can do that with the NVMe devices straight away. And that gives the opportunity for the database vendors to optimize again for what a database is really all about, and that is indexing, searching, and things like that, right? So I think that, again, the composability is key, and you typically find different types of databases, as you guys mentioned, that you have smaller teams, and it is not realistic to say that a two-man pizza team that need to provide, I don't know, specific service that they will by default use database XYZ because it has whatever type of features, right? It's like it's going to be a mixture of all kind of things, and the idea typically is that the developer knows best what he or she needs from a storage layer, from a data consistency aspect. We briefly touched on the CAP theorem. So it really depends, and that's why you can't make a system that does everything very well. You should just give the tools to build a system that allows you to solve your problem very well, but not necessarily dictate like this is all things to all men, and walk away, because that just doesn't work. I think.
That's a great point, and we may have to make a quote out of that one.
Oh, that's two quotes already. I need to get.
Or a T-shirt.
Or a T-shirt. Yeah.